Yo, this your boy EC22 of the FairWeather Fan channel, man. We're in for another live podcast, man. And first of all, I want to say thanks for joining your boy. And please like, subscribe, share, leave comments. Join the conversation, man. We are in here. Listen, real quick, man, I won't be before you long. Once again, at the top of the hour, please join us on FaZe Sports Talk Radio over with Lewis Mefford and Coach Montez Turner, as well with Officer Tawakane Claiborne. But yo, here we go. Listen, Skip Bayless. I want to start the show off talking about Skip Bayless no longer being a part of FS1, affiliate of Fox News. I don't know what happened there. Some say they contract. Some say he got fired. Some say they just mutually part ways. However way they want to spin the yarn. But at the end of the day, Skip Bayless is no longer with Fox FS1. And there are a lot of people are suggesting that rightfully so after the whole Shannon Sharpe debacle that happened over there last summer. But at the end of the day, I'm not a fan of anybody losing their job. But at the end of the day, I wasn't a fan of Skip Bayless. I was at first, then I wasn't, then I was, and then after the Shannon Sharpe situation, I wasn't anymore. Not saying that I'm happy to see him let go. I don't know. There's a lot of mixed emotions I have with that whole Skip Bayless situation. I think he should have chose wisely in Shannon Sharpe's replacement and going with who the guys he got. He got with Keyshawn Johnson, and he had Sherman, Richard Sherman on the show, and a couple others out there. I don't think that was a good fit. I think he should have went with somebody that's in journalism to help him with that show. But that's just my opinion. Now, Skip Bayless, and not Skip Bayless, but Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith had two different types of response. You would think that Shannon Sharpe would probably go in and use the opportunity, but Shannon Sharpe, as he always does, ever since the situation happened with him and Skip, he took the high ground. He chose not to retaliate. Once again, he's not a person who believes in kicking the man while they're down. But at the end of the day, he just made a statement saying that, hey, he thanks Skip for putting him on, appreciate everything he did, and that's just all what it was, and it just helped him be in a better situation that he's been in. And if you watch the early one of my videos on YouTube, he said that the day his last day on First Take on Undisputed, he told Skip the exact same thank you for what he's done, and there's going to be better opportunities later on for him. But Stephen A. kind of worried me a little bit. Stephen A. has always took up for Skip Bayless, especially during the Shannon Sharpe situation, especially during the times when Skip Bayless was less than pleasurable to listen to and watch with some of his rants and some of his takes, especially during the whole Hamlin situation, how some suggested that he didn't show any remorse for Damar Hamlin. And that's what one of the situations that caused for to Shannon Sharpe to walk off set during the whole Damar Hamlin situation. But Stephen A. has always been in his back pocket. Now, here's my thought. Stephen A., if you're not going to defend somebody that you consider and want us all to believe is your friend, if you're not going to defend them, then that's the thing where just don't say nothing at all. Because I think that you took this opportunity to throw stones without actually throwing stones. Because what he did was he went to his Stephen A. Smith show and suggested that he haven't talked to Skip in a long time, in years. He haven't talked to the producers and the bosses at ESPN, who immediately put out a statement saying that their roster for First Take was solid, that they don't need anybody. And my problem with that, and Stephen A. came out and said that he haven't talked to anybody, and he agreed with the statement that ESPN put out, even though he haven't talked to the execs at ESPN about that statement. Now, there's more than one show on ESPN. Now, they clearly said that First Take roster is already done. But there's a lot of more stuff out there that maybe Skip Bayless could have. What up, Blue, man? Thanks for watching, man. I appreciate it. So there's a lot of different things that ESPN could have threw out there. But Shannon Sharpe took it upon himself to let it be known that pretty much, and I'm going to put some words in his mouth because he probably didn't say it this way, but I'm going to give it in layman's term. Skip Bayless ain't coming to ESPN, let alone First Take. And I don't think he needed to say that, especially for a guy that you've been rocking with. Now, Stephen A., I have been like really, really aggravated with you, bro, as far as you defending Skip Bayless. But I get it. If that's your friend, you ride or die with your friend. But now that your friend is out, you shouldn't say nothing. Now you wants to go on and say that you and Skip Bayless is over, will never be. It's like, why would you say that? If your boss has already put out a statement, there was no need for you to go out there. And to keep throwing this narrative out there that other people has been asking. I mean, I get you have a fan base, bro. But just like you so eloquently state that there are some things you don't entertain because it's not worth your time, why was this worth your time? Once again, because you know that it was going to probably get some ratings. You're gonna title it in such a way to get people to come view your page, and that's the whole YouTube algorithm, whatever. And I get it, but at the end of the day, bro, all that Skip Bayless, your homie, that's your buddy, you indebted to him. Did you turn around and start throwing it out there, bro? That's shady. That shady is all is outdoors. And move on, man. Listen, this weekend, man, the NFL had this 3-day tournament, man, that hosted NFL flag football, girls and boys, and he said, my point exactly, I didn't think it was needed for Stephen A to say what he said on his own show. Yeah, man, you could have did that another time, man. Could have called him, man. You said you ain't talked to him in years, go ahead and call him, if that's your homie. So one, you lying. Either they ain't your homie and you just trying to, or whatever. I don't know. But y'all, man, the flag football tournament put on by the NFL, man, was awesome. Y'all, it was an awesome situation. They had the boys 15U championship and they had the girls 18 and under championship, man. Listen, I want to congratulate Metro Select. Took an 18 lead at halftime, and then they never looked back. They ended the game with 38-13. It was awesome NFL flag football to watch, man. But listen, man, they had some two standout stars. Landon Brazil and what's the other kid named? Danny Berry. Landon Brazil, he's a little small, probably need to get a little more weight on him, but I definitely see him being a DB in the league if he continues this journey. But the Daniel Berry, oh my God, that kid is a stud. 15-year-old, that boy like a grown man out there, man. And he was doing grown man moves out there. But Landon Brazil had this one little move that anybody my age would have threw a bunch of ligaments in had they tried. But, I wish I had the video. But, man, the object of the game is it's non-contact. You got to grab a flag. You have to have the ball over your head. You can't impede the flag. And most people use a lot of spin moves, a lot of side-to-side moves. This kid got all the way low to the ground. As far as he can go, inches from his knee touching the ground would have been a dead ball. Just evaded the defender. And everybody in the arena and watching online thought he was down, but somehow he broke free and got a touchdown, man. That was from athleticism at its finest. You should have watched it in real time. My commentary ain't doing it no justice, man. But like I said, congratulates to Metro City Select for what they was doing. And wide receiver Daniel Berry took home the MVP, and he played. Of course, they played both sides of the field. So he showed his hand to get an interception, and he actually got a pick six on defense and a couple of touchdowns on offense. So, man, the kid is going to be phenomenal. To the girls, I just want to say give it up to the Staten Island Giants that represent the New York Giants, man. They did their thing, their quarterback. And this is where it gets a little emotion because, this is it. I mean, there's some schools have a flag football in their program. And obviously, I think they're going to open up an Olympic sport this year for that situation. But after college, with some college, but the girls don't really have a next level after this. But it's been fun to watch, man. These girls went out there, put it all on the line, man. Like I said, for the Staten Island Giants, man, they did their thing. Their quarterback, man, Valentina Finetti. During the semifinals, the score was even all the way to the fourth quarter. And I forget one of the girls on the sideline had a mic up and said, hey, man, just get out there because our QB, she can put it anywhere on the field, man. Let's come on and get out there and get open and do out there and thing. And that's exactly what happened. That following play, they got out there and girls went to scrambling and old girl was just diming them up. Boom, boom, boom. And obviously when they went to the championship game, it went on over. And so they turned around and did that thing, man, with a win. So, man, congratulations to the, like I say, to the Staten Island Giants and their MVP, Valentina Finetti. Now, if you didn't watch the show a few days ago, I went over the top 100 players of the 21st century, and I did a little coverage of the top 100 players of the 20th century and compared the two. But I have a lot to say about that. We're going to get more in detail that on the top of the hour at Facebook Talk Radio. But y'all, here's a little preview for those who are watching now. We'll flip on over to Facebook Talk Radio. Lou, I know you're watching, but I didn't agree wholeheartedly with the list, particularly the top 20. And so we're going to break down that top 100 list of the 21st century. But my top 20 in order of in my opinion, should have been what they had. I got LeBron James number 1. They had Michael Phelps. I have Kobe Bryant number 2. They had Serena Williams. I got Serena Williams number 3. Roger Federer number 4. Shaquille O'Neal number 5. Lionel Messi, the soccer player, number 6. Novak Djokovic, tennis player, at number 7. Rafael Nadal, tennis player, number 8. Cristiano Ronaldo, soccer player, number 9. Steph Curry, number 10. Tim Duncan, number 11. Tom Brady, number 12. Kevin Garnett, number 13. Diana Taurasi, number 14. Simone Biles, 15. Randy Moss, 16. Patrick Mahomes, 17. Aaron Donald, 18. Sidney Crosby, hockey player at number 19. And one Floyd Mayweather at number 20. That's my top 20. I could have done the whole list over again, but if I'd done the whole list all over again, once again, I wouldn't have had any golf players in the top 50. I wouldn't have had any baseball players in the top 50, and I definitely wouldn't have any MMA. I got MMA fighters in the top 50. They had John Jones on the list. They had George St. Pierre on the list for MMA, but they had Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather on that top 100 of the 21st century. I'm not mad, but I love Tiger Woods. Definitely deserves to be on the most influential athletes of the 21st century, but they labeled it as the greatest athletes. And that's the problem I have, y'all. I understand, because golf is a sport that is generally a retiree sport. So you don't have to have a lot of athleticism to play golf. And so when you get a 20-year-old cat like Tiger Woods coming to playing against his senior citizens, you're supposed to win. No shout out, no stinger to Tiger Woods for controlling his respective sport for many years, and definitely deserved for the most popular and most influential sports figure in the 21st century. But once again, they labeled it as the most athletic, and I have a problem with that. Y'all, moving on. I only got a few more minutes left on this podcast. Listen, we're going to do the top 20. See, ESPN had a top 10, but I didn't want to subscribe to ESPN Plus, so I didn't get that full list. Tripping. But CBS had a top 20. So let's take a look at CBS's top 20. Let's see if I can do this the right way. Let me add the list here, and let's go here. Boom, there we go. Starting, I'm going to go backwards order. So the top safeties, you see them right there. I agree mostly part with this list. I think that Kyle Duggar should have been raised up a little higher. Tyrann Mathieu does not belong in the top 10, maybe at number 17 spot, moving some of the other guys up, like Talanaga, Hafanaga, and definitely Buda Baker should have been in the top 10, in my opinion. Going on to the top cornerbacks, I think they got it right for the most part. Can't believe Jalen Ramsey went down number 3, but Sauce Gardner, Patrick Surtain has been doing their thing, so no slap in the face there. I'm cool with this list. Trayvon Diggs should have been rated lower because he didn't play a whole season last year, so I don't know what they're going on. And Marshawn Lattimore did okay. I'm cool with his spot. But yeah, no disrespect to Trayvon Diggs, but like to say we didn't get a good whole year out of him to really see what's really going on. Linebackers, pretty much cool with this list. I have no problem with it. Let's see, Bobby Wagner. I think he's okay where he's at. I don't have a problem with this list at all. The top 20, you see it out there. The edge rushers, TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, Nick Bosa, Michael Parsons. Y'all, I'm sorry. It makes sense, but I would have loved to see Michael Parsons get a little higher on this list. I'm probably partial to Cowboys, but Steelers and the Browns, I know Myles Garrett did his thing, but I would have put Michael Parsons at least number 2 or 3. But that's okay. Josh Allen, can't believe he fell all the way to 14, so I definitely would have placed it with him with Montez Sweat. Khalil Mack. I think I would have swapped Josh Allen and Khalil Mack. And I'm cool with, and I definitely wouldn't have put Josh Allen below Aiden Hutchinson. He said Montez Sweat over Khalil Mack. I'm going back and forth. I would have put Khalil Mack I believe Khalil Mack should have been ranked higher on the list, Lou. I think Montez Sweat is a top 20, not necessarily a top 10. Montez Sweat is a top 20, not a top 10. Khalil Mack, I think, should have went higher. And I think Josh Allen is a top 10, not a top 20, as well as Aiden Hutchinson is a top 10, not a top 20. So I'm looking at people like Trey Henderson. Should have been gone. I'm cool. Daniel Hunter should have been number 10. And so and I can go back and forth on that. But definitely Aiden Hutchinson and Josh Allen should have been in that top 10 conversation. Moving on to interior guys. I'm cool with this list. I have no problem with this list for a lot of different reasons. I think I'm cool with this list right here. The guards. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Zach Martin still should have been number 1. I don't care what y'all say. Tyler Smith, I think that's okay where he's at. Other than that, I'm good. I'm good with this list. Moving on. And the offensive tackles, Trent Williams, Penny Sewell, Tyron Smith. I think Lane Johnson should have been above Tyron Smith. Tristan Wirfs should have been. They're all in top 5, so I guess I'm okay. We can play with the numbers at top 1. I guess we're okay with that list. The tight ends. How in the world did George Kittle beat out Travis Kelce? Somebody tell me, how is the reigning Super Bowl 2 times back-to-back MVP, Super Bowl tight end, get second place to George Kittle? Makes no sense. I would have had Sam Laporta over Mark Andrews for a lot of different reasons because it is what it is. TJ Hawkinson, I think, should have been ranked higher. David Njoku should have been down further. Dallas Goedert should have been higher. Dalton Kincaid should have been higher. Kyle Pitts should have been higher. I like Dalton. I like Dalton Shorts. Maybe not top 10, maybe number 11 on that list. What I should have did is gave a side by side, the FairWeather Fan and the CBS. Wide receivers: Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, AJ Brown. I'm gonna say Brown. Puka Nacua. Stephon Diggs should have been a top 20, not a top 10. Puka Nacua deserved to be in that conversation. Garrett Wilson, no, because that team sucked last year. Mike Evans should have been there. And that's just my 2 cents on that. Jaden Waddle, with all the offensive weapons they got over there, I see why he got a snub from the top 10. But it is what it is. What he say? Yeah, he said, ain't no way Kittle should have been over Travis Kelce. Absolutely. He said, Hack should never been over Laporta. Running backs. This is where I get a little edgy, folks. Because this is the most marginalized group on the whole list. And some of these running backs that made the list didn't have a good run last year. Christian McCaffrey obviously deserved to be number 1. Derrick Henry, don't understand how he's number 2 on the list with a bad team he had last year, obviously going to the Rams. Bijan Robinson should have been number 2 in my opinion. Like Jonathan Taylor should have been on the list. Nick Chubb got hurt early, so we didn't see a whole lot of him. Breece Hall definitely should have been up there at top 5. Saquon Barkley did what he could do, but I definitely would have put him in the top 5. Jahmyr Gibbs deserved to be up there. Josh Jacobs definitely don't belong in that top 10. Travis Etienne deserves to be in the top 10. I don't know why I keep disrespecting my guy for the Jaguars. We're going to leave it at that. Kyron Williams should have been in the top 10. So if I can do this list all over again, it'd been Christian McCaffrey, Kyron Williams for what he done last year, Travis Etienne at number 3, Bijan Robinson at number 4, and I would have put I would have kept Breece Hall at number 5, and then Jeremiah Gibbs at number 6. Then we can turn around and play with the rest of the list. Actually, no, not Breece Hall. I'm sorry. Jeremiah Gibbs over Breece Hall at number 5, and then you can start from Breece Hall and play with the list as you want to. Exactly. That's why I got him at number 2 for all he did for the Rams. I got Christian McCaffrey and Kyron Williams should have been number 2, respectively. Oh, here we go. We getting down to the root of tutter now. These guys. Oh, did I miss one? Oh, I missed I didn't put the wide receiver. Oh, there we go. I missed the wide. Oh, I did do the wide receivers. I already did all those. Yeah. So now is the quarterbacks. And here we go. Ain't no way I'm going to say it. Josh Allen should not have been a top 20 at all. He said they only got Henry that high because he is on the Ravens and was the best back in the league and the Titans. But Jerron, I get what you're saying, bro. But see, that's the thing. Is this a lifetime achievement award or this is what we did last year? I don't know. Because like I said, you got Nick Chubb on that list. And, let's see. Jonathan, she said, horrendous. Like I said, I'm definitely a fan of Derrick Henry. But I just, I don't know what they're going by. Potential, what could have been, or what actually happened. I don't know. And you cannot knock some of those running backs who gave it all, especially the guys who made it to the playoffs and went further in the playoff. So I don't know. That's kind of hard. But these quarterbacks, Josh Allen is number 3 by whose standard? We all agreed that he was overrated last year, even myself. I know, man, this is crazy. I don't know what CBS is thinking. I don't know. Ain't that who Tony Romo works for? So maybe he got a lot of input on who get these names. I don't know. Man, Patrick Mahomes out. Yes, I would have put it number 1. CJ Stroud should have been number 2. Lamar Jackson, who was wasn't the Hall of Famer? I mean, yeah. Lamar Jackson was MVP, I think, wasn't he? Yeah, I believe so. I can't remember. So he should have been number 3. And then it all goes down like there. But Josh Allen would have, if he would have made top 20, he would have been like right at Baker's spot. I think Baker had a better year than he did. And Russell Wilson don't even belong on his list. And everybody knows Russell Wilson does not belong on this list. So that is so crazy. Dak should have been number 2. I know Lou Gino making his list, y'all, is also crazy. This is something fun to really get into. CJ shouldn't have been that high. He caught the league by surprise. Of course, he was a rookie. People have to give these quarterbacks more than 1 year to prove it. Once again, Jerron, I don't disagree with your argument, but my problem is just this: is this list based on a lifetime or your career in the league, or what we saw last year? Because especially the way CJ has built his style of play, the team he got around, there's nothing that suggests that he can't be the same he did last year, especially if you're going to put Josh Allen number 3, who haven't shown us nothing for the last 2 years. So I don't know what the league is looking at, but I get all that. Let's see what Lou have to say. CJ Stroud is a whole vibe. Yeah, he will only get better from here. I don't have a problem with him being placed on a list that high. A list on the list, absolutely. And one final comment, Lord, I know, right? A horrendous job. I think we all can agree now. We can go back and forth between CJ Stroud placement. At least he's in the top 5. But Josh Allen, we all can agree that Josh Allen does not need to belong in the top 20 at all. I'm sorry. I know what he's done over his career, but this is a hard fall from grace for me, for Josh Allen, who was always my long-time standing fantasy football player. But y'all, I'm done with Josh Allen. He gonna have to show, and he ain't got no weapons this year, so I don't know what they're gonna do. Maybe he'll make a superstar out of somebody. It's all left to be seen. But with that team getting worse, I don't even know how they even thought of putting him in this category as a number 3. It makes no sense. But like I say, Tony Romo, who's on CBS, must be giving a lot of opinions on this list. One final comment: Burrows is not better than that. I agree, G. I agree. Definitely health-wise. Y'all, that's all I have for right now. But those who are watching right now, please join us at the top of the hour. Go on Facebook. I'm going to share it on my page, but go over to Face Sport Talk Radio or click on Louis Medford's Facebook page, man. Join us for the conversation over there. This conversation is going to continue. Man, please join us at the top of the hour here in 2 minutes. This your boy EC22 of the FairWeather Fan channel. Let me do this real quick. Boom. And so this your boy EC22 of FairWeather Fan channel, man. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, like, subscribe, share, leave comments, join the conversation, man. And we are